All right, boys and girls, my name is Mike Kelly at Animators Forum, also Real Illusion Forum, and Mike at kellytown.com, Kelley town.com. And that's the best place to reach me because you can always get me a hold of me there. If I don't reply to you by the next day, I didn't get your email, I promise. Leaving me messages on my video is fine. I don't always see them because YouTube is really weird sometimes. You might see them, but I might not. So just be aware that I will always answer you if you send me an email. So anyway, character is having problems with gloves. And so this is a character I brought in direct from Transformer. I didn't do anything special to this character. I moved the arms apart so we can see the hands a little bit. So I was saying I haven't had a problem. This is a Gen 9 character with an outfit, but I haven't a problem with any of the characters. But he's saying in CC4 he's having a problem. So let's look at these default gloves that come in. And, you know, you can see that the thumb isn't matching up real well, but the fingers look perfectly posed right. So if this is his issue, and maybe that's all it is, although he didn't seem to act like it was, this is easily fixed. So we go ahead and select the gloves item. They came in as gloves. They are gloves. They're attached. In Transformer, you make sure they say gloves, and then they'll come in correctly attached. And then we go into them and convert them first to an accessory. We bake the current shape. We want that shape that they're in. Don't choose reset the default shape. And then we come down and we detach them. You have to detach them because if you don't, then when you move for the other character, then they will also move along with it. So now we go to the base figure. We're going to modify and we're going to go ahead and edit the pose to that. So I have mirror set on. I can't talk. It's been a long day. I have mirror set on, so whatever I do on one side will show up on the other. So I'm going to just adjust that thumb a little bit to fit into here. I'm really not going to do too much. It's pretty close as it is, but depends on how close you want to get. You do know that if you press multiple times on rotate, you get it rotating not only around the axis, but around the default center line. So that looks good to me. You might say, Mike, there's some skin showing, but that's okay. For all skin-tight outfits, and gloves are definitely one of those, you're going to have some skin showing. That just happens. That's the beast. When you have skin showing, like I'm surprised we don't have skin showing here, you just have to hide the mesh. But in this particular case, I'm not going to hide the mesh because I want you to see that he's saying that when you put the hand in positions, it still doesn't work right, but I think it works just fine for this. So we'll do everything. So first of all, then we go back to the gloves. We got the gloves selected, and now the first thing we have to do is reattach them. So we're going back kind of in reverse of first we detached them, and then we made them into an accessory. We actually made them an accessory and detached them. Now we're attaching them again, and now we're going to make them into a clothing item. So we're going to go up and transfer skin weights, and we're going to change them in the gloves, which is what they are. What they should be, at least. The only time you really have a problem is if in Transformer they don't come in as gloves, and then you do have a problem. So now they're gloves. And if you want, you could go into conform. Again, with skin type items, you're always going to get some issues that you have to hide the mesh, but you can conform if you want. So they look pretty good. I won't go ahead and hide that mesh right now. I'm going to do that at the very end because I just want you to. He's still saying that they don't follow the poses properly, but I think they do. So if we go into content and we go to animation and we go to gestures, and we'll go to sign because they have some interesting poses for sign. So one singular sensation, and that looks good. Looks like what that pose is. Yeah. That's that pose there too. Can't quite see it because it's out there, but it's there. I mean, I don't know what his problem is because to me this looks fine. So I don't know. It looks good. So anyway, that's how you do it. And then of course, like I say, you do it to do it all the way. We would go in the scene, select that base character, go to modify, and go to edit mesh. And you should be doing this anyway. You guys should know how to do this for any time you have skin-tight items and you don't have the skin showing underneath. Fingerless gloves are going to be a little bit trickier, so that might be a time in which you have issues. But other than that, there you got gloves, and you know how to use them. I think that's legs. She's got legs and those use them. But anyway, I didn't hide the mesh on this side, so that's. So that's where I have no problems with gloves, whether regardless of what character they are. But perhaps that answered his question, and if it didn't, maybe he has some specific gloves that he's having a problem with, and he can let me know, and I will be glad to check them out. Again, you can always write me at mike@kellytown.com. And otherwise, I will see you around on the forums.